Glory be to God in the highest. I'm back again. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Love you, brothers and sisters. Everyone that is connected with me all around the world. God bless you. How are you? How is everything going for you? I believe in Jesus Christ's mighty name you have testimony. I'm here once again to continue on the episode we shared in the last broadcast, that is concerning the attitude of service. I therefore pray with you that the grace and the power to be imparted at this moment through this broadcast will enter into you in the name of Jesus Christ. The word of God says in the book of Ezekiel that the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me. So as I speak unto you, the Spirit that raises Ezekiel shall raise you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. And you will come out of weakness to strength. You will come from foolishness to wisdom. You will come from powerlessness unto power. And the Lord shall grant health to everyone that is downcast in diseases. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Love you and God bless you. Please listen to this message. It will do great and impactful thing in your life. I said we are continuing on the topic attitude of service. I shared with you in the book of Matthew chapter 20 about the story of two sons of Zebedee that brought their mother to convince Jesus Christ to put them at the right side and at the left side in the day of his kingdom. They did this just to play on Jesus' intelligence in order to get them to satisfy their inordinate desire to become powerful above others. I think this happened to so many others as it happens to these two. And I also wanted to see that at that same point, Jesus used the opportunity to teach a very, very deep lessons. Jesus said, I want to tell you that your position is not even important at this point. It is your responsibility and your role. And he said, therefore, my principle to you who belongs to the kingdom of our God and our Father is that if you want to lead, or the one who wants to be the chief among you should become your servant. The one who wants to lead among you should become the servant of others. So this is attitude of service. Attitude of service is attitude of a servant. A servant loves the master, does everything for the master because he loves the master. So that is attitude of service. Because you love God and you are serving him on earth. But now, let me begin to open you up to some few points. Let me reflect on one or two things I said last time. I mentioned something very important, that power of example is superior to the example of power. You want to show them that you are powerful. You want to show them that you are great. You use all your power to oppress and depress others. That does not make you powerful. If you think you'll be powerful, go and ask from Idi Amin of Uganda. You will never be powerful because of your power. You can only be powerful because of your example. You influence these people by your example, and those you influence are impacted by your influence. And if they do get impacted by your influence, they become connected with you. They cannot easily disengage, and so they follow you. So it is in a negative form or a positive form, you can get people connected to you by either your power or your example. But if you leading people by your example, you tend to make people get connected with you continually and perpetually. But if you lead people by the example of your power, you tend to lose people very soon. What I'm trying to make you realize that the power, showing power on others, example of power, always makes you becomes an enemy of people. You eventually become an enemy of people. So I mentioned this in order to remind you of certain statement that a great man made mention of. That is bequeathing. He said, America is known all over the world, not by the example of their power, it is by the power of their example. So your example has power. So you can always be known everywhere by the power of your example. So that is the attitude of service. When you love people, you want to live by example towards them. I mentioned this in our last broadcast. I also said that those who serve also has authority with authority. So other people authority works for yours because you command authority of others by using your own authority. And your authority is attitude of servanthood. I told you that in the book of Matthew chapter 8, a man was running an errand for his servant because his servant was sick, running around to save him because the man had been of a service to him over the years and he cannot disengage with his service. He cannot afford to lose his servant. So he began to run everywhere to get his servant saved until he came to Jesus. So he knew that authority that he had was sustained by other people's authority. So your authority is your gifting, your position, the opportunity you have to help other people improve. So when you use it in your own position, you are greater than anybody in his higher status. So God bless you. So the last thing I want to share with you at this moment is that the reward of stewardship, or the reward of a steward, is stewardship, not wages. What I'm trying to say here is that if you are working on behalf of somebody, or you are keeping a responsibility in order to sustain an organization or help in a certain area or in an institution, your role, your responsibility, your function is more important than the salary you draw. It's more important than the wages. In fact, that is your reward, your role and your responsibility. That you are given the privilege, you are given the opportunity to serve in that place, definitely is a great, great reward for you. So what I want you to realize here is that if you are in a position, you don't need to eager for a reward. A reward follows you as soon as you keep your role and your responsibility in place. This is an attitude of service. That is the way to think. I told you an attitude is the state of mind or a disposition that determines how you will behave or conduct yourself in a given situation. So if you have a wrong disposition, if you internalize wrongly, you will conduct yourself wrongly. So if you think these things that I've just outlined unto you, you will have restructured your mind. You will have had a better mindset or a better attitude of service. You know that attitude is based on love, not on exertion of power. Finally, I want to just share a story with you. And that story is a story of a servant who follows his master everywhere. And the servant was so loyal and submissive to his master. The master was a king, and the king said to the servant, you used to talk about, thank you, king, this is good, that is good. Anything the king says, the servants used to say, thank you, sir, it's good, sir. Thank you, sir, it's good, sir. The servant was fond of saying that. And the king was getting kind of irritated with that attitude. But one day the king was wounded in the hand. And the king was wounded while he was trying to repair his gun. And the gun removed one of his fingers. And the servant said, oh, sorry, sir, it's good, sir. Sorry, sir, it's good, sir. And the king said, are you stupid? What's wrong with you? How will you say it's good when one of my fingers has been removed? And the king said, okay, he is trying to ridicule me. Put him in the prison. And he was put in a prison. And eventually, the servant that used to follow the king everywhere has gone to the prison, and the king has to go out again to do his hunting as usual. So he went out to do his hunting. Those who are men eaters, they were primitive cultural people who were in the bush where the king went to hunt, caught the king, and they wanted to kill the king, and they wanted to use the king as a ritual for their idol. So, and they discovered that one of the fingers of the king has been removed, and nobody is qualified to be used for ritual in that village or in that place if such a person has a part of his body removed. So the king has had part of his body removed, and the king was no more eligible to be used for this ritual. So the king was released to go. So the king remembered that the servant said it was good that one of his fingers was removed. So he said, now I remember that truly, if not that my hand was removed, one of my fingers was removed, I would have been used for the ritual. So the king went to the servant and said, listen, I think there's a sense in what you are doing now. And the man said, yes. He said, but yours, what happened to you? Why are you in the prison yard now that it was just like I cheated you and I put you here, you didn't do anything wrong, now I found out. And he said, king, you didn't do anything wrong. I discovered that you have helped me by putting me here, because if I had followed you for the hunting, I would have been the person to be used, since you are not eligible for the ritual. And the king laughed and said, indeed, you are truly a servant. So I make you a king after me. Whatever authority you command shall be commanded. Anything you say to be done in this kingdom will be done. Whatever you say is what I will agree by. What are we saying here? This man got there because of an attitude of a servant. Submissive, always helping, always looking for positive end of every situation. He is always in support. So this is an attitude of service. Have it, and your life will experience breakthrough. I discharge to you that if you have a heart of bitterness, if you have a heart of worry, you have a heart of anxiety, I relieve you of it, and I declare peace unto your heart in the name of Jesus Christ. I declare that the love of God will invade your heart right now. and will remove the fear from your heart. Every doubt, every worry, I command you, get out in the name of Jesus. Release it, brother. Release it, sister. Release it, everybody. Release it. Forgive whosoever you're supposed to forgive. And I say, be healed in the name of Jesus. Be freed in the name of Jesus. Receive your liberty in the name of Jesus. I prophesy good news to your life this week. Thank you, Father, because you have heard my call over this one. In Jesus Christ's mighty name I pray. Bye-bye for now. Check out these on the YouTube and invite your brothers and sisters to also watch this with you. This will help them free from some bondage they have suffered in the previous years. Glory be to the name of the Lord for having this privilege to speak with you. Bye-bye for now. Love you.